Good morning students, how are you all? Great. I'm Khushbu Patel from Saraswati Group of Education welcoming you in the session of a computer. Now kids, what we have started? We have started with lesson number 2 in which hard word and one explanation was done till GUI. Now we are moving further, but this video will be somewhat different. How? Let's start it.
Okay students, so as I have promised you that this time we are going to see the video in a different manner. So let us start today. First we are going to see the theoretical portion. As you can see that here I have taken a one page of your textbook. Here you can see that there is a one page number written, that is 19. So go and take your textbook and open page number 19. Now kids, I hope you all are having your textbooks. So let us start with, this is Windows operating system. This is the new session where we have to start. In the last session, I hope you remember that what we have done, right? And due to that only we are moving to the next one, that is Windows operating system, right? Now see here, Microsoft Windows is one of the most popular operating system. As you know that here in this chapter we are going to learn about the operating system basic, right? So we know that in most of the computer we are using Microsoft Windows as the operating system. So here you can see that it is the most popular operating system. It offers an easy to use graphical interface to the user, right? Graphical interface means GUI, right? Graphical user interface, that means a small pictures with its name. So it provides us that, so we can say that it is easy to find out any type of a program or any type of a software using Windows. Now see, this interface has various components which enable the user to work easily on the computer. Yes, Windows operating system is so easy to use that even the person who not know much about the computer can also run many programs using the Windows operating system, right? See, after we switch on the computer, Windows operating system gets loaded and the login screen as shown in the figure 2.5 appears. This is the login screen, right? Now let me show you. See, this is the login screen. When you open it, and if you have set a password, you can see that when the screen is opening, or you can say when the computer is starting after the booting process, this screen will appear where here you can see username is written. That means you have to write a username, that means the name of the computer or the name which you have set for your computer. Then to open your computer you also may set the password. So you have to write that password here in the box of a password. As and when you add the username and password, you will be provided with a one arrow, right? So that arrow you have to click, due to which the process will be done and your computer will be ready to work, right? Sometime it happens that due to the workload or maybe due to the software present inside your computer may work slow. So you can also go for reboot. Here you can see. So this is the first screen, right? This is the first screen where the user can enter the username as well as the password so that the computer will switch on, or you can say it will ready to use, right? Now see here, a login screen asks for username and password. Here you can see this is the screen, right? What is that screen name? It is known as login screen. What do they ask for? They ask for username as well as for the password, right? As and when you enter both the things, what will happen? Windows desktop appears after we have entered the correct details. Sometimes it happens that there may be some confidential or important data which you do not want to show to anyone. So you have set the password. So if somebody is entering the wrong password, computer will not allow them to work on that computer, right? So computer will work only if the entered data is correct, otherwise it will not open, right? Here you can see there is a one note written. The process of loading the operating system after a computer is switched on is called booting, right? You can see that what is the meaning of a booting. When you switch on the computer, some circles are moving round and round, dots are moving round and round. So that means it is showing us the process, and that process name is what? It is booting, right? That is known as booting process. During booting, the computer performs necessary actions which make it ready to use, right? So that means the way when you are going out, so what you do first? You dress up, right? You dress up very nicely, you get ready very nicely, and then you are ready to go out. Same way, when you switch on the computer, it will show the process. That means it is performing the necessary action so that the computer can be ready for the work. So this is the simple thing which you need to understand about the Windows operating system. Now kids, we are going to see this as a practical. For that, we will see a one small video. So are you all ready? Let's start.
Windows operating system. Windows operating system was developed by Microsoft Corporation to run personal computers. Microsoft Windows is one of the most popular operating systems. It is based on GUI, graphical user interface. It has small pictures called icons, using which we can carry out tasks on a computer by clicking, pointing, or dragging the icons. After switching the computer on, Windows OS gets loaded and a login screen appears. A login screen asks for username and password. Windows Desktop appears after we have entered the correct details. The process of loading the operating system after a computer is switched on is called booting. During booting, the computer performs necessary actions to make it ready for further use. The first screen that appears once the Windows operating system is loaded is called the desktop.
Okay kids, so now as we have completed watching this video, now we are moving ahead. So open page number 20 of your textbook. You will see that the first topic which we are going to study after that video is desktop. See in your textbook, the first screen that appears when Windows OS is loaded is called desktop. Now here you can see that I have entered the username and password. So you can see that my cursor is moving. So this area, this is the first screen. So this first screen of my computer is known as what? It is known as desktop. Right? Now see, the picture that appears as the background of a desktop is called wallpaper. Here you can see there is a one picture of a 4 window, right? So that is my picture, that is the wallpaper. So the first screen is called as a desktop, and the picture which you can see here on the first screen, that one is known as what? It is known as wallpaper. You can change the wallpaper also. How? By clicking the right click, and then you can go to the personalize, right? In that personalize you will see a one window will open. It will take some time. So from that you can choose any picture, and then whatever the picture you have selected, that will appear as a wallpaper, right? So you can see that first what was my wallpaper and now what is it. So Again I am repeating, this screen, the first screen when you switch on the computer after the loading of operating system, that first screen is known as desktop, and the picture which appears here, that one is known as what? It is known as wallpaper, right? In your textbook also the figure of Windows 10 desktop is given, right? Now see, figure 2.6 shows the desktop of a computer with Windows 10 OS, that was written in your textbook. Now here you can see, this is my desktop. On the desktop you can see some small pictures as well as its name, right? So what is that? Let's learn that. Let's learn about some important components on the desktop. This small pictures with its name, what is that? Do you know? It is known as icons. What is that? It is known as icons. See in your textbook. An icon is a small picture or graphical representation of a program. Graphical picture means you can see the picture. Here you can see my cursor is on PC. That means this one is this PC. Whatever the disk drive, hard drive is there, it is showing me that. This is recycle bin, right? You can see there is a one picture, small picture of a bin and with its name, right? It is showing me that whatever the things I am going to delete from my computer will get collected in the recycle bin. So these small icons are showing in the form of a picture, right? So they are known as graphical representation. Here some other things are also available, but before understanding that, first you need to see in your textbook. See, graphical representation of a program, then folder or file. Now here you can see there is a one small, I can say a one image, so that is what? It is a simple file. But here you can see that pictures are written. What is that? Collection of a pictures at one place. You can see that here I have 6 pictures at one place. So what is that? It is known as what? Folder, right? It is known as what? Folder. How can you make a folder? Just right click on a desktop. When a menu will open, from that menu choose the new option. You will have the sub menu. In that sub menu choose the first option, that is folder. You will click on it and the new folder will appear. You can give any name and just press enter. So your folder is ready, right? This way you can make a folder. So that type of folders are also available on the desktop. Some files are also available. As you can see that here I have a one document which is in the form of a file. This is a kind of a software. This is also a kind of a software, right? See, to open a program or a file associated with the icon, we double click on it. Suppose I want to open this picture folder. So what I have to do, I just have to press double click on it and then that program will open, right? See, some commonly used icons on Windows desktop are, the first icon is which one? This PC icon. See, in your textbook also this picture is given, right? When double clicked, it opens a window that allow us to check the content of our computer's hard disk, CD, DVD or any other storage devices. Whenever we are saving our work, it will be saved in the hard disk. So how can we come to know that how much space is left? So we can double click on it, right? And you can see that one window will open. Here you can see local C, then local disk D drive, E drive. Here the blue line is showing the used space and this empty line without the color is showing me the unused space, right? So this is about this PC icon. Clear? Moving to the next one. What is the next icon? That is recycle icon. Here you can see this is the recycle icon. When double clicked, it displays the files or folders deleted by us, right? Suppose right now I have made this folder. Now I don't want it. So what will I do? I will right click on it, and then you can see this option, delete, right? So I will delete it. It will ask me a question that you are sure you want to delete this. So I will press yes. So that folder will disappear from my desktop. Then where it has gone? It has gone to recycle bin. Open it. You can see that 1, 2, 3 folder is here in the recycle bin, right? So that is about the recycle bin. Moving further, file icons. Here you can see this is the file icon. When double clicked, it opens the content of our file. As you can see that I have a picture, it's a file also, right? So I will open it by pressing the double click, and it will show me the result, right? You can do minimize, maximize also, right? So full screen, small screen can appear, right? So that is my file document. Then we have folder icons. Folder icons also I have showed you that folder means what? It's a collection of a file, right? So here I have made a one folder of a pictures in which there are many pictures, right? So I didn't have to search any of the picture anywhere. I know that it is stored at one place, so I just have to click on the folder icon, right? So that is what it is, a folder. So kids, you just need to remember that whenever you want to open any program which is present on the desktop, you just have to press the double click, right? So that was about a folder icon. Now, so kids, now we will understand about a taskbar. What is taskbar? Here you can see a one horizontal line at the bottom, this line where my cursor is moving, right? So that bar is known as what? It is known as a taskbar. See in your textbook, the taskbar is a long horizontal bar at the bottom of the desktop screen, right? This is my desktop screen. At bottom means niche, horizontal bar, that means RD line, right? That bar is known as a taskbar. It is divided into a number of areas as shown below, right? Now what is the first one? See in the figure also and see here also. This button is known as a start button. You can see when I press that button, many programs are opening which has been installed in my computer. Here also some programs are written, right, in the alphabetical order with its small picture, because this window is what? GUI based. So this one is a start button. Then after you can see this box where something is written, that is type here to search. That means the way you are searching anything on Google, same way you can search in your computer. Any kind of a file or any kind of a program or a software you can search. So this box is known as what? Search. Suppose I want to search like paint. So I will type that program and you can see the list will be seen starting with the same letters which I have written here. So I can find out that program very easily, right? Like if I'm writing Word, so you can see right here, see Word, WordPad, Word Wizard, that is opening, right? So that way we can search any type of a program. Then here this view button is a task view. You can see here it is showing, it's a task view. Then this section, this blank section is known as the middle section. When you are opening any of the file, जैसे आपने ये फाइल ओपन करी, अभी होगा ओपन, राइट? ये इमेज ओपन हुई और फिर मैंने उसको मिनिमाइज कर दिया. So that one will come here in the taskbar. Say for example I am opening this file, that means this document. It will open, right? And if I am not closing it, instead of that I'm just minimizing it. So again it will come to the task bar, right? So this one is the area for pinned programs and active programs. That means here right now I have two programs active. One is a file and the other one is a image, right? Then this area is known as what? That is for internet connection, this is for battery, and this is for volume. So that is what? It is actually notification area. Here you can see that the time and date is also shown, right? So these area is known as what? Notification area. So in short, these many things are present in the taskbar. Now we have to learn the taskbar in a detailed manner, but that we will see next time. Before that, we need to understand one video which is related to the desktop, right? So are you all ready? Let's start.
Desktop. Hello there. Today we are going to learn about the desktop. This is the first screen that appears once the Windows operating system is loaded on your computer. It displays all the files and tools that are often used. Let's learn about some of the important components of the desktop. You will notice small pictures with text written below it on the screen. These pictures or graphical representations of a program, a folder, or a file are called as icons. Some commonly used icons are the recycle bin icon, the folder icon, and shortcut icons to programs that are installed on a computer. The shortcut icons will always have a small arrow on the bottom left corner of the image. You can resize the icons and arrange them in a way that you desire. For example, if the icon size is too small or too big, you can resize it. Let's see how. On the desktop, right-click on a blank area. A shortcut menu will appear on the screen. In this menu, click View and then select the size of icon you would prefer. Large, medium, or small. Suppose you select the small icons option. Immediately, you will notice the icons on your desktop get resized to a smaller size. Next, let's learn how to arrange the desktop icons. You can do this in two ways. In the first way, right-click on the blank area of the screen. Select View and then click on Auto Arrange Icons. The icons on your desktop will be auto-arranged. In the second method, click and hold the left button of the mouse over the icon that needs to be moved. Then drag it to the desired area of the screen and release your finger. Now, let's move to the bottom part of the screen. Here, you will notice a number of icons placed in a horizontal strip. This is known as the taskbar. The taskbar comprises of a number of sections, each with a distinct function. The button on the extreme left is the Start button. It enables us to launch programs. When we click on the Start button, a list of programs and options that are loaded on the computer opens. This list is called the Start menu. We can use the Start menu to start a program or shut down the computer. The next is the Search box. You can type the name of the file or folder needed in the given space and the computer will help locate it. This is the Task View button. Once you click on it, it will show the programs that are running on the computer. Additionally, it allows one to quickly switch from one program to another. The midsection of the taskbar has the icons of all the programs that are either pinned or in active use. To the extreme right of the taskbar is the notification area. The time, date, and status of programs running on the computer are displayed. So you are now familiar with the different components of a computer desktop. Remember to explore these components in your lab session. Thank you.
So kids, as we have completed, just because this explanation was based on the practical session, I have taken the help of the different thing to make you understand, right? I hope you have understood, right? If you have a desktop or laptop at your home, please practice it out, right? We will meet next time. Today I am ending my session over here. We are going to meet in the next session. Till that time, keep safe. I am taking your leave. Bye bye.